Hello everyone, this is Tristan. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Escape GraphQL Security, and today I'm here to show you a quick demo, a quick tour of our product and what are the features and the value it can bring. So Escape is a GraphQL security company. We understood that developers and security engineers did not know how to secure properly GraphQL applications. Thus, more than 90% of them are critically vulnerable to hackers. So we created a platform that helps developers and security engineers create more secure GraphQL APIs very easily. And this is the platform that I'm going to show you today. So it's very easy to start securing GraphQL APIs with Escape. Let's start. So when I arrive on the Escape platform, you can see that I'm already securing different GraphQL applications here which belong to Escape. And also that the platform automatically used the fact that I connected with an escape.tech email address in order to detect the attack surface and the other GraphQL endpoint that I'm not securing already. So let's add a new app. You will see that it's fairly easy to add a new app. You just have to enter the GraphQL endpoint that belongs to the application to start securing it. So here I added Gontos, which is a fake GraphQL endpoint that is voluntarily vulnerable, a fake banking GraphQL endpoint that is vulnerable on purpose, and we created at Escape for demos. I can add an authentication token if I want to perform in-depth scans, but this is not necessary in this demo, so I'll just skip that part. And then I can pick between read and write and read-only scans for this demo. So read and write is more for development environments and performs a wide range of security tests, while read-only scans are more for production builds and will try to not interfere with the app normal behavior. Let's start scanning. So here in just a few seconds, I was able to start a full security scan on my application. So you can see how easy it is to start using Escape and to start configuring the scan of a new application. A scan takes about a minute. So we should have the results very soon. Here we are. So we just scanned our first application. You can see that this app is in the bottom 20% of application from a security point of view. So it's not a really good app. Of course, it's vulnerable on purpose. We created it for this purpose. So now what we can see the attack surface coverage. So if we scanned properly the application, here we scanned almost everything inside of the app. And very easily you can see the vulnerabilities of this application. So here, this application is vulnerable to injection, to access control problems, to denial of service, and also it leaks sensitive data. So it leaks secrets, emails, and passwords. You can also check the compliance of this application and see that this application is not compliant with OWASP Top 10, GDPR, and PCI DSS. So now if I am a developer, I want to know where exactly lies the problem, so I can go to the remediation panel, and here I will see exactly the vulnerabilities that exist inside of my GraphQL API and explore exactly where they come from and how Escape detected them. So in this example, we can see that there is like a NoSQL injection in this GraphQL API, and you can take a look at what was the query that was sent that triggered the problem, what was the response, and you can copy the curl of the created a problem in order to reproduce it in a local environment. In most cases, we try to put the remediation with detailed code snippets in order to help your developers to fix the problems very easily. Now, Escape is also the only solution on the market that can detect the sensitive data leaks. So in this case, we can see that the developers let the password to leak in the response of the API. So this is a problem that certainly should be avoided. We recently introduced a new feature of posture management, which will allow you to observe the full behavior of your API, meaning explore all the introspection, the queries, the mutation, and see which sensitive data they manipulate, if we could generate errors during the testing with Escape, and the timings and the security alerts that are linked to every query, every mutation, every GraphQL operation. And you can see the details of everything that was sent by escape and what response they triggered from your API. So this is very handy for developers to debug API and to find the problems that were generated during the testing. Of course, Escape as a developer tool is integrated within the CI/CD, so we support all the major CI/CD providers, and you just have to copy and paste the configuration inside of your CI/CD to have automatic refreshing of the scans and of the result every time one of your developer pushes in a branch or makes a new commit. We have a full-featured documentation that allows the developers to configure the full behavior of the application. So you can see here in the documentation the list of all the security tests that Escape can perform on an API, and also how to configure them to test advanced use case of security for your application, such as tenant isolation, which is the isolation between different accounts. Now, if I'm not a developer, but rather a security engineer or a security person, we also have a full reporting overview of everything that goes into all the applications that you are securing with Escape. So if I go, so here if I take a look at the reporting panel, you can see that we can observe all the security issues over time, so how the risk evolves over time, and also what are the parts of different risk types, brute forcing, information disclosure, injection, what amount of risk they represent among your application. So this is very handy for security professionals to have a global overview of the risk that is under their applications. Of course, we have a full feature for managing organization, so you can add all your team inside of Escape and create fine-grained access control for every team member, allowing only a certain developer to access certain apps and having administrator to oversee everything. Finally, we also connect with the tools that you already use, so we have integration with Discord, with Slack, with emails. We also, of course, have an integration with Snyk in order to correlate the results of Snyk code with the result of Escape. More integrations are to come. We're going to announce new, very handy integration in the near future. So this was a global overview of our full-featured GraphQL Security Platform. We have covered pretty much the main feature of Escape, meaning for security person to understand what APIs they have, what are the risks on their API, and how it evolves, and for developers to understand precisely what are the vulnerabilities and how to fix them and make their security posture better over time. I hope you enjoyed the ride, and if you want to try Escape, feel free to do it. There is like a big button, start for free in 1 minute on the website, so feel free to try it. So thanks for watching this demo. I wish you all to have a very good day. This was Tristan for Escape GraphQL Security.